Hey everybody, it is that time of the week. It is your illustrious hosts, Infernal Drake and Dragon's Fury.
Hello. Hope you all have been having a good week.
And if not, we hope this episode helps, and if it doesn't, not our fault. So, where do I start? Um,
I'm not sure if I should be impressed or concerned. Let's see where this goes.
so, well, you know what? Let's start on a good note. Let's start
Okay,
on your.
let's start high. Let's start high.
We're gonna start high. We're gonna start on your grand return to Apex Legends because of Gundam. Uh,
Literally, when you sent me that, I'm just like this son of a bitch. Because, and also the fact that
it'll be like
two to
7.
2 to 3 people I actually play in Apex are getting Gundam skins, so I'm just like,
Mm-hmm. I didn't even see, like, so at first, before I even sent that to you, but and I started reading it, I didn't even think that shit was real because it looks wrong. And I was just
it
like,
looked way too good.
is this shit real? And then I saw a video about League giving away free legendary skins in like a roulette. It was on TikTok, right? And I see, and they're like, oh, it's like the Twitter. They posted, it was like, hey, giving away, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then I was like, oh, okay. And so it's like, it has the website. And so check out the website. I was like, okay, this, it's a random spin of a roulette for the skins. And then it goes like for you like logging in. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
But something was like, check something else. So I follow the page on Twitter. Could not find that post anywhere on their Twitter.
That's sketchy.
Right? And so I was like, I'm not logging in on this next page because like the Riot's login for stuff is like very basic. So it would be real easy to copy in the first place. So I was like, nah, you ain't getting my shit. So
yeah, it's like unless it's like the official Riot site.
But it's one of those things where it's like official Riot stuff still doesn't look like Riot because like
I mean, yeah,
esports, like the esports website, it's still Riot, but like it doesn't look like it is. So like unless you knew for a fact that yes, okay, this is the official website for the esports broadcasting and for you to get your drops, you would think that shit was fake as hell.
yeah.
And so I was like, I see that post, and I was just, I'm like, whatever. And then I follow the link, I check it out. I was like, oh, yes, EA has the actual trailer for this event. It's real. I was like, and then send. That's when I sent it. March 10th.
Yep, I saw that. I'm like, okay, I need to get Apex reinstalled.
You need to get Apex reinstalled. I need to get good. Because Wildcard is Apex equivalent to Earth of League. It is just everything is different and chaotic. So gotta remember how you gotta figure out how to play the game again.
Do stuff.
Yeah, because it's not as crazy as April Fool's Day when Mozambique land.
Mozambique is literally everything.
Such a great time to play. And then gravity gets turned off. So
and there goes Octane.
And well, yeah, there goes everybody. Ever shoot Sheila and then fly away? Did that.
That sounds hilarious.
It was. We just went wee.
Somebody stop me.
I remember the first time Mermaid was watching me play it, and it was like, I think 50% of gravity had like been taken off, and I shoot the Kraber version of the Mozambique, and I just jump over a building, like a 2-story building. Whee! And she was like, did you just fly over that building? I was like, yes, I did.
It's like, yes, well, I'll see me do it again.
I was like, want to see me do it again? So yes. And speaking of grand returns and slash, this is where things go downhill. I reinstalled Overwatch.
Really?
Yeah. So, per usual
What
to
brought this on?
everything TikTok.
Okay.
So I see a TikTok clip of some nonsense happening or whatever, and like someone doing decent. I honestly I couldn't even tell you anymore what it was. Actually, it was just one of those things. It was like, hey, it's this. And so I sent it to Sacred, right? And I was
Yeah.
like, remember our days as peak when we were the deadliest duo to play? Like me and Sacred were freaking unstoppable. It would take the whole team to try to stop us multiple times before they took us down. And by then
That
it
was
was
the
too
news.
late. We
Like
were the support.
they were deadly to the enemy team. I was deadly to both teams.
Yeah. I was going to like leave that there that like you weren't a menace to the whole game. Um and this is why me and him would be in the support role, so you couldn't do that to us.
Yeah. There's a reason why I got loved to the tank role, which I mean, to be fair, I am a good tank.
Yes, because you have a tank brain. A wall. It's like talking to a brick wall.
Charge!
There you go. Yep, and there he goes. There goes Jake. All right. Throw a healing ball on his ass and hope for the best. Um,
I'm in the middle of the enemy team. Why are they
and
here?
so I sent it to him, and he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "That could be us again," because and this is when he informs me that he had started playing again,
Yep.
and I was like, "Hmm." So
And I re-downloaded it myself.
it was like 2 days or so after this conversation that I was like, do I? Because I didn't remember where it was. Like I didn't. It was my because I had it on Xbox, I had it on PS4, and I had it on my computer. So I was
Yeah.
just like, I don't know which one's which. I don't know where's where. And then I was like going back, and I was like trying to figure out which one was what. And Sacred was like, didn't you attach it to like your Blizzard account? And I was like, hmm. So I look into that, and then I have all three connected, and so.
Yeah.
But I
So that
was like,
means
I
you
don't know
can
which one was the
download the
main
free
one.
version.
But I ended up just putting it on my PS4 because that was the one that was going to be done sooner.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I downloaded to the PS5 I have.
and so I was like, all right. And then more time passes before I actually like play because I was like, the whole reason of me downloading it was play with Sacred. I don't know when the fuck that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what he's playing on. Two,
PlayStation.
then okay, then it's going to take forever and a day before I actually like schedules line up or whatever. That's
I
beside the
can, I,
point.
can, I can confirm that because me and him played about 2 p.m. ago.
And so I do that, and then I go in, and so I was like, okay, because mind you, I haven't been keeping track of Overwatch ever since Overwatch 2 originally dropped, right? Like
Yeah,
that was my end all
there are
be all.
so many new people.
There are so many new people, but it was because of Overwatch 2. What I didn't know until recently from one of my coworkers was that they basically retconned Overwatch 2.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was
The two
like,
is gone.
mm, it's
Like
almost
literally,
like you shouldn't have done it in the first place.
literally, like all of the changes they tried to do with two, they removed. So literally, it's just Overwatch again.
Right. Which I find very
Though
funny.
I am gonna put this out there just because I am so pissed off at it. Because so you remember the Oni Genji skin?
Yes.
I still don't have it.
Bruh.
So for some reason, I have the Officer Diva, but I do not have my Oni Genji skin. I don't play Genji, but I still love that skin. And they never managed to get it back to me.
Damn.
And I am still salty at Blizzard for that.
Yes, you are. Um
At least all
and
my
yeah.
Reinhardt skins are there, and I'm okay with that.
And so like I log in and I was like, oh, okay. And because I didn't know what that entailed. I didn't realize that they basically pulled a reverse Destiny
Pretty
and
much, yeah.
basically ported over all of Overwatch into Overwatch 2's
Overwatch
like
2.
framework. And
Yep.
so I log in, I get the cinematic, still looks great. You know, the whole Talon versus Overwatch thing event that's going on right now. I Talon per
Oh, yeah.
usual. Um,
Eh.
no one's surprised, and
Nope.
the especially since
They got copy first.
my main healer is Mora, so no one's surprised.
True.
And Junkrat, so like he's not Talon, but he's not Overwatch,
He's
so
talent adjacent.
he's Talon adjacent. So yeah, I joined Talon and I'm like looking through all the stuff and I just see new across the roster because it's all of the Overwatch original set and then the
Yep.
non-new ones are the Overwatch 2 original characters. Um they look dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Some of them cool. The new ones that they just dropped for the Overwatch Talent event or whatever, very what are you guys doing? Um and so yeah, it's very much whatever. So I go into a match and I played as Moira after I get over the fact that they did a class, so they redid the original Overwatch skins, but not all of them. So remember when Revenant got redid, like when they did his rework and they gave him a different model from Apex,
Oh yeah.
right? And
Sorry,
so
we're talking about Overwatch. So I was like, wait.
right, but yeah, jump sip. Come on, here we go.
Where am I?
So they remember how they changed the base model, but they didn't change any of the other skins. Like, so his other skins are still the original model Revenant.
Yeah, which
And
still
so
looks
that's
weird.
what they did with like Overwatch. So I was like looking at the differences between Overwatch Classic, which I love that they put it as that. That's so dumb.
Yeah.
And then Overwatch Current. And I was just like, some of these changes just look wrong. Like Moira, for example, her little weird forehead eyebrow things, right? They removed them. Why?
Someone gave her a shave.
Right now she looks like she has more of shaved eyebrows. She probably already does to begin with, and those marks are something else entirely, but I don't like it. And so yeah, so I go into a match and we do I think they call it Flashpoint, which is basically just, any other moving objective game mode in existence.
Is that the one with the robot?
No, I think that's Escort.
I don't know. I most of the time when me and Saker were playing, the moment we saw one of the like original maps, everyone just voted for the OG map. No one plays the new maps.
I played one of the new ones. It was in India. Jesus Christ. But I have a bias for all of the, all of the Asian things or whatever. So like, but like just looking at some of the characters and like the changes that have happened obviously since I've been gone is like just trying to figure out. I was like, okay, what do I care about change wise, and then what I don't.
Yeah.
And it seems what my understanding is of like a mastery for people. I have a higher mastery on things that don't make any sense. Like I have level 3 on Kiriko. I was like, I didn't play that bitch that much. The fuck? Like the people who should have higher like proficiency or whatever. Again, I could be wrong, and that's not what that number means. I don't know. I did not care to try to figure it out. But
I know that they're like you can level up your people.
Which I think is the case. But the fact that I have that isn't level 1 on someone who wasn't my main healer is ridiculous.
Yeah, because like, did you play any of Overwatch 2?
I played a little bit when Overwatch 2 happened, but it was Overwatch adjacent because you couldn't get any of the Overwatch 2 stuff without buying it.
Interesting.
So like I never had access
I have no
to.
idea how do you have that then?
like because Kiriko was before 2 dropped, and so she was the last one to be added that you had access to, and then they added everybody else like after that. It was like the It was the non-Baptiste looking bitch. It was like Soldier
Junker Queen?
76 and Baptiste had a baby. She was, I think, it might be Sojourn.
Oh wait, no. No, Sojourn?
Yeah, I think that was her name.
Yeah, Sojourn.
Yeah, she was the next on the list.
Yeah, because I think after her was Junker Queen.
Yeah,
I think.
I was super happy. I was happy when Junker Queen came. Yeah, Sojourn was next. So when she dropped, that's when everything like kind of went, because they started making, you know, the Overwatch 2 exclusive maps, but you could still play with the Overwatch players. It was just like everything classic Overwatch. So I go in. Yep, still got it. Just fucking ran through that team. Just ran through them. Like they didn't get a single point on us.
Damn.
I think I only died 3 times. And that was when the point moved.
Ah. Fair enough.
So, yeah, I was like, damn, y'all. Huh.
I will say, though, it is rough being a tank these days, because I was trying to take his Reinhardt, and my team was nowhere near me. I'm like, guys?
That does seem...
Hello?
Speaking of tanks, Doomfist being classified as a tank seems wrong.
It is. Like, I don't understand why he's classified as a tank.
Also, the healing in the air thing is crazy. The perks added, like, when they added, because I did see this in the time I was gone, from, like, a random guy who does, like, a lot of Overwatch stuff, when they added the perks, because he's, like, a very much a diehard. Like, he Overwatch for him is, like, what League is to Sacred. Like, no matter how much it pisses him off, he will always play that game, right? And so he was talking about like the different perks or whatever. I forgot that was even a thing entirely. So I'm playing through, and then it's just like, oh, select perk, and I'm like, what the hell? I picked one for like making Moira's fade last a half a second longer. Bruh, you can clear so much distance in that half second. It's crazy work.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this is cheating. So yeah, so still whoop ass with Moira. The new, like, that space chick, whatever, I don't know. Someone was trying to fight me with her. I just killed her.
Oh, okay.
I think the only one who gave me a problem was Hazard, which is like the radioactive crystal butt guy. He's a tank, and he pops out purple crystals out of his body, and he just makes, you know, he makes mean May walls basically, because they're all pointy. Found that out the hard way, because I was trying to go buy it and I was just taking damage. I was like, oh, this is a danger wall. Got it.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one yet.
So I was like, So realistically, it's going to be is ranked in the other 2 games that I play ranked, well, 3 games I play ranked in. Are they going to piss me off to the point that I'm basically going to go start playing ranked in Overwatch again and just rampaging through?
Right.
Because it seems like no one knows how to stop me again. Which apparently is not like, I'm not like a super like mechanical player or whatever. I just understand the concept of, hey, leave a fight if it's not going well.
Right.
That is just such a different concept entirely. Just jumping ship entirely.
Because people are so, like, just focused on being aggressive.
So I was on a 9-game losing streak in League amongst my 2 accounts, right? I just couldn't get a good team for shit. I had like 4 of them were forfeits. 2 of them were just people like mental out the wazoo. And I just could not get a good team for like days, right? I couldn't go to it on Wild Rift. I couldn't do it on either of my accounts on main league. It was just not it, right? And so I finally break the streak. And like the game that I was playing today, to break the streak on my main account, I have a Jhin who keeps saying wards, like, oh, we're playing blind or whatever. And I was like, do you know how wards work, right? Like, mathematically, if the enemy team is doing what, theoretically, they're supposed to do, which is clearing the wards, there will be a time that we don't have wards.
Right.
And also, how do you place wards? You have to be in the vicinity to be able to place a ward. How the fuck are we supposed to do that if we got 3 lanes worth of minions?
If you want to put a ward, go put a ward. You might die, but hey.
But that's what I'm saying. I was like, we literally are at our tier 2 turrets defending waves on waves. And he keeps saying wards, wards, wards when someone out is, possibly warding, gets caught out, and dies. And I was like, Jin, are you retarded? The answer was yes. But I was like, that is such a common thing amongst low elo, as it says. Honestly, I think it's amongst all of the non-professional league. There is weird, stuck ways of thinking that just logically doesn't make any sense, right? This is why I also hate people who don't play League, or played League at one point and they're like, oh, it's so easy to climb, blah blah. It's like, no the fuck it's not, you piece of dog shit really water.
It's like, I love watching people that are in the challenger level go back to a new account that's iron, and they have such a hard time trying to climb. It's like, yeah, if you're already up there, you're going to climb, but if you're down here, you ain't climbing. You don't it's fundamentally against you. And people are like, oh, you just have to get your mechanics better. I was like, again, mathematically, if we look at this mathematically, the numbers don't add up, right? So if we because I was thinking about this before, and I was like, it pisses me off because it always comes up. Someone's always talking about it. I was like, if you give a value to the basic things of, of League, 1 through 10, right? Just 10 basic things of League to, win a game. And for everything you do of that successfully, you get, that many amount of points. But for every time that the enemy team does that, then you have those points, negated. Which then comes to, if everyone is doing everything the same, it's a stalemate. You're at fucking 0, right? And then it starts to come to who made the better decision in that moment, which isn't about, mechanics or not. It's about things that aren't controllable, and that's reflexes, right? So it's someone decided to engage a half second too soon. Someone disengaged a half second too soon. That is beyond basic mechanics. That is, a deeper understanding of the situation, which you have to get all within, relatively 5 seconds of it happening. Or on paper, it looked like a good idea, but then, oh, surprise, there was a motherfucker just waiting there for some weird reason, and then now the whole setup's messed up. It's they have been waiting here for 10,000 years.
Right? And it's or it's there's so many little things that aren't mechanically based that changes how a game goes. And even if, and just for, discussion reasons, it's say, it's okay, I win my lane. I am, farming at peak efficiency for, my elo, which is plus or minus 10 CS, whatever, right? I got the gold, I got the management or whatever, right? Okay, cool. I got 4 other people who lost their lane.
Yeah.
Oh, but I just do better and I can carry. How does 1v9 mean I can carry? 4 of those 9 I can't damage. I can't even take them out of the equation.
Yeah.
So
1v9 might have been a thing back in the day, but not so much these days.
But even but that's what I'm saying. Even back in the day, the concept was it was still no, right? Everyone had to be doing bad in order for you to carry the game, because that's the only way you come out on top. Because if your team is losing, that means the enemy opponents are at an advantage. So in order to overtake them, you have to be at more of an advantage than them, which mathematically isn't possible if you're not fighting them to have beat them in the first place. So,
Right.
and like that kind of like thinking just like transcends like League or whatever, and it leaks into other games that people, it's like, you really will, it's always the ones who are the problem or don't understand the problem of what you're facing that will be the ones who are like try to tell you how to fix it. I was like, but
Yeah.
it's you. You're the problem. I can't fix you. Like,
It's like, you are the problem.
or it was like, and like even more like
And people never
simpler.
like admit, they would never admit that they are the issue.
Oh,
It's
no
like,
one will ever admit they're the issue ever.
which I honestly feel like so many people would get at least a marginally bit better the moment they recognize that they are
That
the
they are the
issue.
problem. Yeah, they would, and like, and even like take the game itself out of it. If I'm winning, when I win, I get 20 points, but when I lose, I get minus 24. How the fuck am I gonna climb?
Right?
It's like, I have to win twice in a row just to break even on a loss. And it's like,
Yeah.
that's not how it's like. Now, to their credit, League is getting better with matching the the gains and losses better to like where they believe you should be based off of like your actual performance or whatever. But I was like, I say this to this day, I prefer the wild rift mechanic, which is you have to get so many, you have to be on a win streak to promote, but based off of performance, you get points towards a like free loss protection.
See, that's a good thing to have.
I think that's the perfect system for it, because now it's, I win one, I'm closer, I lose one, I'm now back to the previous step. It's 1-for-1. But as I'm doing this 1-for-1, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and I'm playing well based off of these varying metrics, because you have a graph and everything, and it tells how well you did in that pie chart of yours, that I will gain enough points that one of these losses won't count towards me and I won't get set back, because that is my reward for continual performance, like good performance. That is the perfect system for League, at least. And I feel like even predecessor, it's a lot better, because it's like, even when you lose, you don't lose as many points as you would gain just naturally. And I'm like,
I really feel like,
I'm in bronze, so
yeah, it's like, I really do feel like when it comes to ranked, like, you should always, up to a certain point, you should technically win more than you lose, depending on how you played.
yeah. But like, the reality is
Whereas
like,
with League's ranked is like, it doesn't take that into account. It's just like, hey, you lost, okay, minus 30 LP. It's like, I'm sorry, what?
right. But I was like, okay, if you're gonna minus 30 LP, oh hey, you won, plus 12, bitch, what?
Yeah.
Like, okay, like, either give me, I should be earning more no matter how well or how bad I play. If the point is that you're supposed to, like, the more you play, you naturally get better, you get a better understanding of the game, etc., etc. As you climb, you would naturally reach a point where you no longer are like winning more than you're losing. It kind of like balances out, right? Like, you will just be in a zone where it's like, I win some, I lose some, I win some, I lose some. Like, this is here. In an ideal gaming world, that's what would happen, right? But with a lot of these systems in place, it doesn't reward you for it. Like, for example, Apex is kind of in like a weird wonky state with it, because before, you only earned points in the lower three. In rookie, bronze, and rookie and bronze, lower two, my bad, because it's rookie and bronze. You would start with at like 0, right? You would only earn through the rank of the thing. So you would get points on kills, placement, and that was pretty much it. Like how many kills you get, what's your placement, right? And then but you would only get positive, right? So then once you hit silver is when it started being, okay, you are like negative points, right? Which would be zeroed out if you reach like top 20 or something like that. I don't know if that's the exact thing, right? But all you had to do was just not die early. You would get your points back and you'd be earning whatever. And then as you went higher, it was more of an incentive. It was like, okay, you have to go and fight to balance out this negative number.
Like you can't just be like sitting back and waiting for
others to take themselves. Like you can't just be taking a passive approach of like combat. And so I was like, I like that. But then they made it where it's negative just out the gate, no matter where you are, right? But your gain amounts is different. And I was just like, so what? But what was the point? Like, why did you make it start negative? Because it's like, it still punishes the like newer people, because what if they picked a popular location? They just got bodied, right? But normally they would have been like, oh, okay, like they picked a popular position. And it's like, granted, typically you are in the same ranking as yourself. Problem is,
a right number friend shows up.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the problem. The problem is that when the rank resets, it drops you back like 2 rank slots. So, and I guess their line of thinking is that you will get out of those way faster because you're naturally up here. So it's like, oh, hey.
You were naturally going to murk all these people.
Right? So it's like, hey, I ended gold, right? Which is basically where I belong Apex-wise. It's like, I can't really get past gold because, my combat style is not conducive to large amounts of fighting. Like, at max, I can take, like, 3 teams. But, like, after that, it's just ridiculous. Everyone's getting bamboozled, but at a point, it's, like, it's just crossfire. Like, I'm just being gunned down because I'm just moving. People are just shooting at movement at that point.
Fourth party, fifth party, all the parties.
Yeah, they're like, oh, look, something's moving. Shoot it, right? Like, it's not even about skill anymore. It's just about being in a bad location, which, again, that's, like I said, it's not conducive to how I play Apex. So, but if someone who's, I think, was it Plat? So, like, gold will get kicked back to bronze, and then Plat's getting kicked back to silver. So for a weird amount of time, I have Plat players in my silver lobby because they just came back after the reset or whatever. So you're like, God forbid you run into those people. And this is why pubs is crazy, because yes, you will randomly run into a predator and you're just like, I'm
in danger.
I was like, there's a reason why they have a flame trail. They are dangerous.
If you see the flame trail, don't go to the light.
It's too late. The light's already here. You're in the neck. You're spectating your teammate, who is now spectating your last teammate, who is now spectating the team who just murked you.
Yeah.
Fun fact, it wasn't a team. It was that Pred. Pred number 455. Not even the top of the Preds. It just... Because it's like the top 500.
Number 1 looks like.
You don't. You don't look at Pred number 1. You're dead before you see him. They looked at you, and you died going through the jump ship over Harvester.
Oh, no.
The game deleted you. Remember when that was a problem? That shit was funny as hell. That was funny as hell. So yeah.
Apex has so many weird bugs. Especially, remember the Wraith geyser bug?
Which one was that?
Basically, if Wraith used her warp and went into a geyser, it would crash the entire lobby.
Oop.
Yep.
Oh, I remember the audio bug with the heat shields.
Oh god, that was so
That was
annoying.
fucking terrible. Like it
God.
made you go crazy.
Yeah, it's like basically everyone just made like a non-vocal pact to not use the heat shields.
Yeah, like just don't, like, unless you absolutely have to. But it was like, but like the heat shields were an interesting mechanic. I'm glad they took them out because it was like you would get fought in like weird ways. Like you would start to get like Fortnite strategies happening towards you,
Oh
and you're
yeah.
just like, all right, can we just not? Because it's like, oh hey, I'm in the final circle, it's closing in. Oh, you're second place. What do you mean? Oh, there's like a line of heat shields that was set up, and so they've just been like popping them, and then boop boop
Literally.
boop boop, because you could hold two at a time, and so
Yeah. God,
they would just,
it's
you
like
would had six of them just chilling.
it reminds me of that one Fortnite tournament, and the dude was literally surviving just by eating fish in the storm.
Yeah, because fish were busted.
Yeah.
It
God,
was
that was
funny that
so
they never
stupid.
fixed that until like late. And I remember when they first
Right?
added that season, and I was telling you guys all, and you're like, "Oh, get some shoes." And I was like, "Nah, fish." And you're
Fish.
like, "What?" I was like, "Fish, get the
Yeah,
fucking
no,
fish." And
the
cause,
fish were broken.
and you're like, "It's like why?" I was like, "You can." It was like, "But you can only hold like so many." I was like, "Yeah, but it's full health."
It's full health and it's
Oh,
faster.
it's full. Yeah, it's more health. It's faster, and like same with the shields, instant shields.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
It busted.
I don't know.
Remember the X-ray
Maybe
fish?
Oh god, that was stupid.
That was dumb. That served no purpose other than fucking with people.
Right? Especially if you got a sniper on you.
Yeah. Ooh, I can see you. I can see everything.
It's like X-ray fish plus heavy sniper. It's just like goodbye.
Oh, the heavy sniper was the greatest thing to ever
I
exist.
I miss the heavy sniper so bad. Like I went into Fortnite not too long ago, but they have a sniper, but it's the bolt sniper,
Yeah.
which I mean can still I can still take people out, but like it doesn't have like the satisfying ring of a heavy sniper.
Right, because that was whatever got hit is gone.
Yeah.
Wall
especially if you
gone.
got a,
Car
especially if you got
gone.
a headshot. Oh god,
Headshot
satisfying.
gone. Yeah, body shot gone. It was a one and done. Whatever it was is now gone, and like whatever it hit, it's gone. Outside of the ground, if you hit the ground, that's the only thing
Yeah.
that didn't disappear. But everything
If it did,
else,
that'd
if
be,
it was
that'd be
destructible,
concerning.
boom, gone. Boulder gone.
Yeah. Right? God. Yeah, I miss that thing so much. I the one change that they did to snipers that I wasn't the biggest fan of was the sniper flare.
Oh, that was just for, aura farming, because the reality is that, oh, you saw the flare, it was too late. The
Yeah,
trigger already got pulled.
I know. But it's just like I found that so stupid. Though I did have a funny moment when that before they took the heavy sniper out. It was the fish skin, which for some people love that thing. It turned towards me and emoted because it knew it couldn't run. I'm like, "You're dead. Bye."
You're dead. It's like, who's your biggest op? Fish stick.
Literally, fish stick
That and Peely.
or yeah, no,
He's like Peely, and it's just like a bunch of bananas just coming out of a bush.
I still remember when we ran a match as just Peely.
Yeah, that was funny. Because it was reactive, so we were just like dirty brown bananas by the end of it.
Yeah, I know, right? God, I it just came to my mind like the dumbest win I ever got in Fortnite was as a toilet. I'm pretty sure I told you about this, but I'll
I'm sure you
retell it.
are. I just don't remember.
So this is when the prop weapon was still in the game,
Hmm.
where you could just like it will just turn into a random thing. And most of the time, if I just feel like being lazy, like I won't be around going to get kills. Like I literally will just be sticking around. Somehow I always end up at the top somehow. And I found the prop gun, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna turn myself into something. It turns me into a toilet. So I'm just sitting on a rock in the middle of the like circle because the storm's coming in. I'm just like, I'm probably gonna die soon. And then all of a sudden, victory! I'm like, What?
Yeah. There.
Somehow, the last couple people that were alive killed themselves, and as you know, it pans to whoever won.
Yep. Toilet.
So, into a toilet sitting on a rock. I'm like,
Sitting on a rock.
they are so pissed right now.
My top 2 was my no-kill victory, which was me just avoiding everything. And it wasn't even me avoiding everything. I just didn't find anybody, but then, like, I would hear things, and I didn't go hunt them or anything. And I was in an attic, and the house, it was just there. It was just in the ring for the longest thing. I didn't have to leave until, like, the very last second.
I remember this house.
And then, yeah, and then it was like victory, and I was like, haha. And I remember posting it, and people were like, you didn't even kill. So I was like, yeah, no blood on my hands. Clean victory. And they were so mad because they were like, fuck. I was like, yeah, now what, bitch? And then my second one was, I had played on the Switch. I had like started, and I was at my brother-in-law's, in-law's house. I was at the in-law's house, and I was playing with my nieces, and they started like watching a movie or whatever, and so I was playing, and then they wanted to play with me or whatever, and so I just kind of sat in a bush and just put my Switch down because my nieces wanted to do something. So I'm doing that, and then I'm like periodically looking, and I was like, oh, the ring's coming in. And I just kept following the ring like in, and I just victory. I was like, all right, cool. What wasn't even here? I won not even really playing. I think I killed like one person.
Oh jeez.
And I think it was just because they were in my way. Not even like it was like a fight thing. I was just like, oh, this is now my hiding spot.
It's just like, I was here first, go away.
Yeah, I was like, this is my spot. But all right, we are pushing into the 45-minute range. So, final words, good sir.
Well, as always, make sure you stay hydrated and well, do something you find fun and makes you happy
while you still can. Per usual.
Well, that got depressing.
Hey, gotta find the happy somewhere. As usual, you guys are the reason why we do this, and we are making headway, slowly but surely. I'm almost at 120 of the followers on the TikToks, and we have. I don't know. Have we broken 250 yet? Episodes? I don't know. 300 should be on the horizon at one point.
Yeah, we'll have to see what number we're at, so we can try to plan something for the big one.
Yeah. I know what I want to do for 500, but we'll worry about that when we get there.
We'll cross that bridge when it comes up.
So until next time, we love you, and we'll see you then.
See you next time.